Ocean's 8 is a gender-swapped all-female reboot of the heist movie franchise that started with Ocean's 11, which in itself was a remake of an old 1960s film, and then continued with two sequels, Ocean's 12 and Ocean's 13. The original films featured an A-list all-male cast, and this time around you have the opposite, which is an A-list all-female cast. That cast is led by Sandra Bullock, who plays Debbie Ocean, who is the sister of George Clooney's Danny Ocean character, and that's pretty much the only connection this film has to the original film franchise. Now, if I may just get up on my soapbox a little bit here, I'm not really a fan of these female remakes of popular films in the past because it just kind of feel like low-hanging fruit. It's an easy way out. Instead of writing original characters, original stories for these actresses, you're just kind of giving them the sloppy seconds of well-known established name movies, and it's just a lazy way to do it, and I'm not a fan of it. And Ocean's 8 is a great example of why I don't like this kind of movie. The cast is very talented, obviously. It's Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling, Helena Bonham Carter, and a few others. All great actresses. They've all proven their worth in films in the past, and you would think that just having these actresses all come together in a film like this will make it a great film automatically, or a fun film, or an entertaining film, but not so much. Gary Ross is the director, and he has quite a semi-impressive resume with films like Pleasantville, Hunger Games, and Seabiscuit on his resume. But if you think about those films, they're not very creatively stylish, very original, just very kind of plain Jane kind of direction, kind of solid, yet not exciting. And that's the same for Ocean's 8. It just kind of plods along with no real charm, no real character, no real personality, and there's not really a good flow to the film, no momentum. And to be a heist movie, you have to have some really smart and clever tricks. And he's also the writer of this film, and those kind of twists and turns that you would expect from a good heist movie aren't really there. And when they are there, it's just kind of like, okay. And they seem kind of obvious once they give it to you. The script is okay. The third act does feel kind of tacked on. You think the movie's gonna finish, and then there's this whole other third act that's like, oh, okay, there's more to this. And it does add a bit to the film, but it didn't really make it rewarding enough to make the film entertaining as a whole. The performances for the most part are good. These are all talented actresses after all. I did have a problem with Sandra Bullock's performance though. She just kind of seemed to be sleepwalking through the movie, and you can kind of tell that her vision of a cool, suave character like Danny Ocean is just to be kind of indifferent to everything and very emotionless. And I don't think that was the right way to play this character. George Clooney automatically has this aura about him, this charisma, this stage presence, and he can bring that coolness to his performance without even really trying. Sandra Bullock here, it really feels like she's trying hard to be that cool. We kind of all know her as this kind of quirky, funny kind of chick from her movies like Miss Congeniality and Speed and whatnot. But this film, it really feels like she's acting instead of just being natural. And that kind of took me out of the film a little bit. Cate Blanchett, always great. She was good. Sarah Paulson, who I love, is great as well. And the other actresses, for the most part, they all play their part really well. But again, the story doesn't quite hold up for them. And for a movie that's supposed to be about girl power, girls can do it too, girls can steal shit just as good as guys. For a movie that's trying to promote this kind of message, it was really awkward that the main motivation for this whole heist was for a woman who was scorned by her ex-lover to get revenge on him. And it just kind of cheapens the whole movie. We've seen that kind of cliched plot for women many times in the past. They want to get revenge on the guy who cheated on them or whatever, and we've seen it so many times. It just wasn't necessary. Why couldn't this movie just be about a bunch of chicks wanting to steal some shit, regardless of trying to get revenge on an ex-boyfriend? That just really didn't really match the message this film was trying to deliver, I feel. I can kind of see why they did that, or what they're trying to do, because in the original Ocean's 11, Danny Ocean was still in love with Julia Roberts and wanted to win her back through his heist. But this time around, Sandra Bullock hates her ex-boyfriend and wants to get back at him purely out of spite. And so Ocean's 11 had this plot device that came out of a place of love, but Ocean's 8 has this plot device that comes out of spite, or hate. And again, I did not really feel that that message went along with the tone of the rest of the movie. So that was a really big misstep for me there. Overall, this film was just very uninspired, lacked a lot of energy. The comedy fell flat with the little there was of it. The performances were okay for the most part, except for Sandra Bullock, who I felt I was kind of sleepwalking through the film. But just a very unnecessary film. Why don't we give these women some strong original characters? Why don't we give them more movies like Hidden Figures or Wonder Woman or Set It Off or Bridesmaids or Girls Night, those kind of movies. These movies all featured strong female characters. They were original, they were funny, they were entertaining. You shouldn't really have to pander to these actresses by giving them these sloppy seconds of stories and characters that we've already seen and just making it different because they're women instead of men. So I wasn't really on board with that from the beginning. I was hoping the film could prove me wrong and be entertaining despite all of that, but it really wasn't. So Ocean's 8 for me gets a 5 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching my review. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I'm trying to build my subscribers. So click on that little link over there and give me a subscribe as well. Thank you.